Learn piano in 5 steps. In this video, I'm going to take one song and demonstrate 5 things that we can add to it to make it really come to life, from just a right hand melody to hopefully something that sounds quite professional. The song I'm using as my example, Waltzing Matilda. Why? Because if we can make that sound professional, we can make anything sound professional. And these are the tips that I would recommend for you to bring your playing forward if this is a style that you want to learn. Starting off with just a right hand melody where we barely have to move our right hand at all. Super basic, it could be anything, it could be an easy Christmas song, it could be a pop song. And the things that we can do to make this melody sound higher level are the same that we could do for so many songs, especially in kind of the pop song genre. The second step would be to add a left hand note to this, and these would be the root notes to the chords of the song. That word root note is the lowest note heard in a chord, like the root of a tree, and it can also be called the bass note. They mean the same thing, root note and bass note. Once we have a melody and a bass note, we tend to want to add chords to this, especially to fill out the sound on one instrument, in this case on the piano. We'd begin on that journey typically by adding the chords with the left hand, which is very common when learning pop songs because then we can play the melody in the right hand, and that would sound like this. At this point, I'm already using something called a sustain pedal, which is pressed down when that little light is on, and that allows the notes to ring out, so I don't have to keep my fingers down all the time, and that is something that's really, really handy, especially as a gateway to level number 4, where we start moving those chords to the right hand. What we typically do there is have the melody note at the top of the chord and then fill in however many notes we can play underneath that, and with a melody as simple as this, it works really, really well. There's a big jump up there, but it's really worth pursuing because that is the only way to get to level 5, which is doing that same thing with the chords in the right hand, but typically doubling up the bass with the octave, which makes it sound much more bigger and dramatic, and also adding a little bit more rhythm content, especially between the 2 hands. And it doesn't have to sound big and dramatic. If we do that exact same thing a couple of octaves up, it looks the same to us, but it sounds a lot more delicate straight away. It sounds a little bit more pretty. And once you're aware of those 5 levels, and of course there are others, these are just my suggestions, but you can be more ahead of the game when you're learning any songs. You can be more aware of how we can learn pop songs, from the melody to fleshing it out however we choose, whatever works for you. And that would be a suggestion to you guys that are wanting to learn in this sort of style. And if you want to learn more of that style, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to this Andy Piano YouTube channel because we've got new videos coming every week, and I hope to see you in another one of those videos.